If you're in tune with the latest sports news, then I'm sure you've heard about the Sha'Carri Richardson story. She was a popular 100-meter dash sprinter who was selected to compete in the Olympic Games. Her dreams of becoming an Olympic gold medalist came to a halt when she failed a drug test for a chemical that is found in marijuana. She was disqualified and did not get to achieve her dreams, all due to a natural herb that she used to cope with the sudden death of her biological mother. According to New York Times Magazine, science does not support that marijuana aids athlete performance. In 2011, two WADA World Anti-Doping Agency scientists and an advisor wrote a paper that is widely cited as representing WADA's argument that marijuana should be prohibited because it can enhance performance. But some experts question the paper's accuracy. The evidence is extraordinarily weak, at least as far as this paper goes, said Margaret Haney, a professor of neurobiology at Columbia University, where she is director of the Cannabis Research Laboratory. Dr. Haney said that the broader body of research, going beyond the crucial 2011 paper, also didn't support the claims. Marijuana, she said, reduces reaction time and has other effects that will worsen performance. If anything, marijuana should be avoided before engaging in any competitive sports. Today I want to discuss why competitive athletes should not be drug tested for marijuana, why marijuana should be labeled as a performance-enhancing drug, as well as cover why marijuana should have a positive perception as opposed to a negative one in most scenarios. Marijuana testing has caused many athletes unnecessary trouble over the years. Sha'Carri is not the only one who has been either fined, disqualified, or banned from their respective sports team due to testing positive for marijuana. According to the Reno Gazette Journal, just a couple months ago, Jalen Harris, a former Nevada University basketball player, was suspended from the NBA for violating the league's anti-drug program by using recreational marijuana during the offseason. Like Sha'Carri, Jalen will most likely be quickly replaced and never get a chance to compete at the highest level ever again. Now, of course, we know that the rules are the rules, but why prohibit the use of recreational marijuana in professional sports to begin with? For a long time, marijuana has had such a negative perception in the world because of many common misconceptions. Marijuana is often viewed as very harmful, brain-eating, addictive drug, when in reality, many of these outlooks are false, and studies show that for most people, especially athletes, the benefits of marijuana usually heavily outweigh the risk. According to Los Angeles Magazine, marijuana is effective in treating nausea, muscle pain, appetite loss, as well as chronic pain. Marijuana is a lot safer than many other prescribed medications. For example, many athletes may use marijuana to relieve pain instead of prescribed opioids, which can be highly addictive. There are many solutions that favor lifting the ban of marijuana amongst professional sports, but before we can focus on any other solutions, we must first focus on getting marijuana legalized nationwide. According to a U.S. News article, marijuana is only legalized in 18 of the 50 states. A recent Chicago Tribune newspaper article also stated that cannabis is decriminalized and allowed for medical use in several regions of North America, Africa, Australia, Europe, and South America, but it remains prohibited in Middle Eastern countries and Asia. As more and more territories start to legalize the use of cannabis, the negative perception will slowly disintegrate. For example, alcohol is legal in almost everywhere above the age of 21, and it has much worse effects than marijuana use. But the legalization gives people a certain comfort and well-being when partaking and drinking. So today we have discussed why cannabis should not be prohibited amongst professional athletes, how cannabis is in no way, shape, or form a performance-enhancing drug, as well as reasons as to why perception of cannabis should be viewed as positive more often than not. If you really want what's best for the top athletes that give their all to their sport, allow them to make their own choices when it comes to what they put into their bodies, as long as it's ethical and does not pose an unfair advantage against their opponent.